I am a Gatorade fruit punch kind of guy.
It
Most fruit
tastes-
punches,
It tastes similar to Fruit Punch Gatorade.
no, most fruit punch stuff is kind of mid. Fruit punch Gatorade is godly.
Yeah, yeah.
Welcome to Internet Content with the Boys. I'm Landon. That's Jake. We're here. How crazy is this?
Yeah, the podcast that's outside today and in person for the first time.
I know. It's what, 2 days after Thanksgiving?
Uh-huh.
We did some stuff.
Yeah.
I forget what our
So-
outline is. Probably gotta pull that thing out. Like I know what the first thing is on it, but yeah.
Landon, so I won't be seeing you until Christmas. I got you a Christmas gift. It's not just a Christmas gift. It's also a thank you for editing however many episodes until I'm not working 60-hour weeks anymore.
Be like that. Be like that.
So if you think it's a bit much, it's 2 presents in one.
Okay. I really don't. My first guess was it's a controller. Fucking controller. Oh, this one does look really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to the camera.
Yeah, no. And it's limited edition. It was not the price of a normal controller either. Hey, Runty!
Hey, Rontavious, you guys get to see Dodgeball?
Runtavious Scott! How are you?
Camera's up here. Voila. 16 controller.
How you doing, Runtavious?
I know it's technically not on our list of stuff, but Final Fantasy 16.
Probably get back to it, Mike, before I start talking.
Fall off.
I know it wasn't on our list, but Final Fantasy 16. You know, it's got that our boy Sid. He's pretty cool. He's got very deep voice. Right, don't be climbing on me. You're gross. I know you, Renty. But I forget his name. I know we looked it up yesterday, and he was apparently in The Last Jedi. That one image of him that was just all of the images. But the broski who voices Sid is also in Diablo 4, which I started playing.
Yeah.
Dude, it is such an upgrade from Diablo 3. I know I'm not a diehard fan for the Diablo series. Like, I played the third one once, and dude, Diablo 4, it's a beautiful game.
And
It
I
looks
know
so good.
almost nothing about Diablo. I
Yeah,
have not.
You kill things and you level up, and that's what I'm there for. I want to use big lasers or electricity, which is what I've been doing.
So what is it? It's like a dungeon crawler?
Yeah. This one seems to be just easier to understand in general. It's made for normies,
Yeah.
which I fit into the normie category in this sense because I don't think I hit max level on Diablo 3. I played it. I beat the story.
Mhm.
I killed whoever that was. I don't remember. I don't think we actually fought Diablo. I think we fought someone else. I don't remember. I played through it in like a day and a half. It was something.
Hey, Runty be stepping over the chords like a real G. He
Yeah.
knows what's up.
He did live with me in my my very chord filled room for years
Yeah.
down in Georgia. That picked up almost none of that.
Yeah, I was about to say, did the mic not pick that up? Holy shit. You may not have beaten the story in Diablo, but you know what you did beat? My ass in bowling.
Okay, yeah, dude, I didn't know where you were going with that one.
Yeah.
Dude, okay. Our first game, I guess we give a little backstory. Yesterday, we went out, we went bowling, we ate some food, and then we did 2 escape rooms, and that was like we dropped my sister off at work on our way out, and by the time we were done going back, we picked her up when she was off. So like it was like 8 hours that we were gone.
Mhm.
It was a day trip. Oh, we also went to Five Below, which was awesome. I
Yeah,
got
some
I got a
Christmas
deck of
presents.
cards that is in a tiny little tin PlayStation 1.
I got gifts for my dogs before I got any gifts for any of my family. Do I feel bad about it? Not at all.
No, dude, the dogs are special. They give you
Yeah.
love all the time.
Got them toys. Got one of them
Like-
sweater.
Like you could punch the dog. Don't. But you could punch the dog and it would still want you to pet it and it would be fine. You
Yeah.
punch your mom in the face, she's going to be upset for a while.
Mm-hmm. A hot minute.
I got to try this. I know you got this for me and I haven't
Yeah.
tried it yet.
Yeah, because you were a Fruit Punch Gatorade
I-
diehard.
This is very red.
Mm-hmm. because it's in the brake truck at work, and I drink it. And I'm like, that's kind of like energy fruit punch Gatorade.
It smells like the Hawaiian punch fruit punch, but I haven't
Hmm.
tasted it, so I mean, I tasted a little drop.
Yeah. We gonna see. It's very sweet, which is to be expected.
Very sweet.
I mean, it is an energy drink, so
Hey, it's got my favorite vitamin, B12.
hell yeah, brother.
It's only got your 100% for the day. I'll have to like show a picture of it. Or I don't know where. I think I have an empty one in my car, but it's those fizz ups, the B12 powders that you can put in water.
Mm.
It's like 1,000,000% of what your daily intake is that it's got in it, which is
Yeah,
so
no,
awesome.
100% of your intake for a day is like
2.4 micrograms,
yeah, which is like
barely anything.
just like a tiny dose for a pill is like 100 micrograms. It makes no sense. Like that makes no sense how that's your daily.
'Cause
Like
I guess you don't need very much of it. I mean, you don't need tons and tons of vitamins.
we'll talk about the escape rooms.
Yeah. Okay.
So the first one,
The first one was the harder one out of the two
Mhm.
because the way that we could book the timings, they didn't do walk-ins, so we had to book them yesterday morning. Man, this was
very unlevel.
This was level, and my all the stuff wouldn't slide back, but then Jake had to readjust it. So now all of our surfaces are pretty unlevel because
Oh, that one will chill there.
there's a creek behind us if you couldn't tell.
Yeah,
You know.
outside episode.
We don't have a great space to do it, so
I'm
this is
double
what we
layered
got.
up. I'm double layered up and double cheeked up.
I have 2 hoodies. This is my hoodie I got from Wisconsin. Got it from the house on the rock.
I have
My
on
parents-
long johns.
My parents watched the show about like various mythology gods
yeah.
in the modern times, and part of it was shot at that place, so that's why they wanted to go there, and it was pretty cool. It was like this dude, he traveled all over the world, and when he built that house. It's
Mhm.
like the most elevated place for like 100 miles, because Wisconsin is just so flat. Maybe not 100 miles, that's probably a bit of an exaggeration, but Wisconsin is just so flat. But yeah, it was cool. There's all kinds of stuff. There's like a samurai armor that he got somebody to make, because it wasn't stuff that was brought from places. It's stuff that he just copied from other places. There
Mhm.
were little rooms that you could see through a painting, and that was like the way in is through a painting, and it just had instruments in there that originally they would play themselves.
Yeah.
So like there was, like 16 violins, because they would all be doing different notes at different times, and it
That's
would play all kinds of orchestra stuff. There was like 6 of those around. The instruments didn't play the music themselves nowadays, because I can't imagine it sounded that awesome. So they all move still. It's just they have a speaker playing the music.
Mm-hmm. Which makes sense.
There was also a giant whale there, like a gigantic, like life-size paper mache whale.
Anyway, the first escape room we did.
Yeah,
It wa-
it was the Murphy's Manor.
Yeah.
and-
So it was like we had to.
I didn't think those escape rooms were that great, honestly.
They could have been better. They could have been more creative. There was a lot of like locks and boxes, and that was
Mhm.
pretty much it.
It's like everything that was there you were going to use. It was literally everything there you're going to use, unless we were told otherwise.
Yeah.
Like when we went in, they said that room that we were going in was the oldest, and pointed out a few things that were a little decrepit, saying, no, there's nothing in that hole in the chair. It's just an old chair.
And like the TV spun around, and she said,
Mhm.
"Don't spin around the TV."
Yep.
You know.
No, there's nothing behind it.
Which I mean, that one makes sense because it's like that's the TV that it showed the hints on
Yeah.
or whatever. But I mean, still, like there weren't any red herrings.
No,
it was
no.
all just if you find it, you're gonna use it. It's
Mhm.
important.
Like, literally everything in there was a clue for something. I like the ones where you have stuff to throw you off. You have to think a little bit more. It's not just, yep, this is the answer, and if you don't know that this is the answer, you're out of luck.
The hardest thing, we had to get one hint that bailed us out.
Oh yeah, no,
And it was like
literally
we-
just gave us the answer.
Yeah, we had to get a code for a lock. And it was like we had to put in pieces to a Connect 4 game, and we had to coordinate them with colored things in the room. Like there were chess pieces,
Yeah.
there were like vases on top of the cabinets, and there were the coolest thing though that I figured out was that code that was inside of the cups that we had arranged.
I didn't see that. Like I
Yeah.
think I get how you guys got that, but like I did not stand there to think about it and figure
No,
out how
yeah,
you saw it.
because it was like, black, black and red, black, red and white, black, red, white and gray, and it was like just the black cups that would make like a 1 or whatever, and then black and
okay.
red would make a 9, like if you added them, you
Mhm.
know. So it was cool.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was not the best escape room that I've done. I think I've done what, like maybe 6 now? Not done a ton, but
Yeah, that was literally the second one that I've ever done,
Hmm.
and even I think y'all did the same one that I did
Yeah, no,
previously,
and me and my parents did the escape room that he did his first time
in
at
Pigeon
completely
Forge.
different times. It was at Pigeon Forge, is touristy place,
Mhm.
and it was a good escape room. I enjoyed that one. I found where the final answer was, like the code for the door to get out. I found where that was, way before we were supposed to know where it was, because like I could tell that book had been opened like a million times, and none
Yeah.
of the other ones had. I knew roughly where the answer was. It was like, oh, page whatever, 13 words down, and I just would not have been able to gather that 13 words down. So,
You didn't follow the sequence of events; you just kind of found it.
dude, yeah, I just found it.
That's kind of awesome.
Just like how we in the escape room we did last night, that clock, we were supposed to find a little gear and like spin it around on this little table that had letters on it, and whatever the letters it had a little arrow on the gear. So as
Mhm.
you would spin it, it would hit certain letters, and the letters that it would make out would be like 9:45, which is what you were supposed to put the clock on. But we just kind of fiddled with it for a second, and it moved a little bit. So then I went and did something, and Jake just continued to fiddle with it, and then he figured it out. Because like we had found the piece to solve that, we just didn't get to the answer the correct way.
It was so hyped because I was just spinning it around. I was spinning around the minute hand, and the hour hand was just kind of going around. So I was like, eventually I'll get it. The thing started slowly raise up. It's like, holy shit, holy shit.
Dude, I knew something with those gears. Like I thought we might have had to use the other one that we had,
Yeah.
but I knew something was up with it because whenever you spun the bottom one, you would hear something click on the inside.
Yeah.
So I tried to spin them at like varying speeds to hopefully activate it. If I would have kept fiddling with that while you guys kept doing stuff, I probably would have opened that last box and we would have just got the key out.
Maybe.
Because that was the last clue.
Yeah.
Like they just had to spin at the right speeds, I would assume.
Mhm.
It's just the two that were attached had to spin at the same time. I tried doing it. I think it's hard to do two things the exact same with your hands like that.
I wonder if anybody's done that escape room just completely without turning on those lights in the attic. They just relied completely on the flashlight. I bet somebody's done it.
We relied on the flashlight for a while.
Yeah, and then your mom was like, I think I'm supposed to flip these in a certain order, and I was like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, you can try it.
Which
But
she wasn't wrong that we were supposed to flip them in an order. Her order was wrong because
Yeah.
she just didn't follow. Like, she had there was like this laminated piece of paper that was like the story was that we went into that manor because we were going to see if we wanted to buy it. But apparently it's spooky. I don't know what was supposed to be spooky about that place. I
Yeah.
didn't really gather that the man who owned that place was supposed to be a serial killer or something.
yeah,
That's what the vibes they were trying to give, but there was like it was very PG. There was nothing to indicate that he was going to like trap us in there and kill us
Mhm.
or something.
then do escape rooms exist that are like 18 plus?
Yes.
Dope.
One of the ones that we did in Wisconsin, I wouldn't say it was 18 plus,
But it was like more.
the story was we were trapped in this little prison cell by a serial killer. And we had to figure out how to get out of the prison cell, then figure out like there were other rooms and stuff we had to figure out how to get out. But there were like bodies everywhere, and like we had to dig through someone's intestines to find a clue. There
That's
were
dope.
like feet in the toilet, just severed feet.
Oh, there's a 4-digit code on the bottom of this bloody dildo.
I mean,
Dude.
almost, yeah.
That's great. But then I don't know which one I enjoyed more. I think that the
The
second
second one had way better vibes.
the
Like,
second
it was-
escape room was cooler.
it was more fun.
game based.
Yeah, it was game themed, not just like
Yeah.
video game, but like board games. Like there was
It was mostly board games,
Mostly
and then
board
the
games.
second room had a little video game.
The
You
s-
could play the video game, and it would
was-
give you a clue.
it was literally an RPG Maker game.
Mhm.
Like you started, you had a SNES controller. All of the buttons had labels around them. They were not right.
Yeah.
So a PlayStation controller, the X is on the bottom, O, square, triangle. The Xbox, it's on the left,
left,
I'm pretty sure.
the X.
Y, B, A.
Mhm.
The SNES controller is A, B, Y, X. No, the X. It's weird. I have one inside.
Yeah.
They were swapped, though. The way they were supposed to be, they were swapped on the... Oh, God. No. A was on the top. They made A on the top. Because the way it's shaped is like there's two little oval marks on it. Like A and B are one thing, and X and Y are connected. Just the design on it. But the way it had it is A and B were separated, and X and Y were separated. It was
That's so
something.
weird. Yeah. But before that, we had to like find clues through like board games and
Mhm.
stuff. There was a Monopoly thing. There was a Sorry thing. No,
They-
it was Clue.
there
were
was Clue.
There was little Sorry pieces to indicate the
Well,
players.
Those were clue pieces. They look the same as sorry
You
pieces.
shut the fuck up.
It's not my fault you don't know how to play Clue, and you guys almost made us lose. So I had to
played
just slide
Clue
those
once in
pieces
my
all
life.
over the board.
I played Clue once in my life.
The final way that we solved it is we had to figure out who was the murderer in Clue by doing all the little games like the Battleship thing, the Monopoly thing, the Scrabble one. There was a Mario thing.
That one was
That was cool. We've had to find two little hooks, and there were just holes in this
in like
big
plexiglass.
Yeah, and there's just a key. You just had to like make it go through 1-1.
Mario
They had
was a
recreated.
key.
It was cool. Yeah,
Mhm.
I felt like I was doing parkour. Honestly,
But still, like that one had more stuff. It was like more, I don't know,
That one we were-
interactable. I
yeah,
guess.
that one we were able to like do. We were able to split up and do stuff.
Yeah, and that one was more like, okay, here's what I need to do. How do I figure it out? Whereas the other one was like, okay, what the fuck do I do
Yeah,
next?
no, that-
you know,
That one was so much. It's like it was said to be the more difficult one, but there weren't clues to stuff. They just gave us the answers to stuff,
yeah.
and we had to figure out how to use them.
hmm
Like it was, I mean, we made it out because
Yeah, both times
because
we're cool.
we danced for them and she gave us the answer, and because we
Yeah.
only had like 9 minutes at that time, and we still had to do that. We had to go upstairs and unlock the box, and then figure out the code because it was like
yeah.
there was like 6 letters on it. We had to spin them around and then we could pull it apart. I feel like if we would have just pulled and then twisted one out while the other person was pulling, we could have brute forced it and just unlocked one bit at a time.
If we pulled hard enough, we could have just broken
it. Felt
it.
like it was gonna break.
Yeah.
It felt very odd. Like if one of the screws was loose in it.
Because like without even having any of the things, it would open like 15% of the way. Like
Yeah. I mean, it was more like 5% of the way, but like, yeah, out of the length of the thing.
you shut your goddamn mouth and let me. but before we did the escape rooms though, I was here for how many days?
Since Sunday, yeah.
Yeah, we were just kind of chilling before Thursday was Thanksgiving.
Yeah, I felt kind of like shit this week.
We watched the entire season of Loki.
Dude, Loki was so good. I really enjoyed
Yeah.
that. I love me some comical time travel shenanigans.
He's finally burdened with glorious purpose.
Dude, he is.
He finally is. Like,
Should we preemptively say this? Hey, spoilers. Lots of spoilers.
Spoilers.
Lots of spoilers. The show's been out for a while. But
mhm,
spoilers.
yeah. And it's one of those things where it's like in the last episode or one of the last episodes where like he goes back in time and it's like the very end of the first season.
Yeah,
I was
awesome.
I was thinking, is this one of those things where it's like, those things where it's like, oh, this was all a dream and nothing you watch mattered. I was like, is this like that? But then no,
it's
he
time
went
travel.
back forward, and
It's
then
time travel, my man's. I like how it is. He time travels back to himself
Mhm.
and not being a copy of himself, unless it was like the stuff he wasn't controlling. Like when he didn't know how to do it, and then he saw he tased himself.
Yeah,
He said hello to himself and then confused himself a few seconds later by saying hello to himself again.
Landon, I know how there can be a season 3. You know how when somebody gets tased by one of those things, they just get sent back to the end of time?
Well, he didn't get sent back to the end of time there. That's how he got fixed. That's why
Well,
he had to get zapped so he could go back to his regular time.
that Loki can keep, chilling there with the timeline, and the other Loki that got sent back to the end of time
No,
can
that
be the
was
one in
that
season
Loki.
3. What?
No. That was it's not like that was a different Loki. That's just him in the past. It's still him. If he were to have not zapped himself, it would have broken the timeline.
Yeah,
He
but
had to zap himself so he would go back to where Mobius was trying to save him. If that wouldn't happen, then it would have just ended right there.
Yeah, okay.
And then again, it would reset back to the whole show would just repeat. Because that's how time travel works.
Time is whack.
Time is a construct. It fucking sucks. Dude, I have dealt with so much time travel shenanigans this past month. Dude, I've been playing Chrono Trigger. Oh my god, dude,
Yeah.
Chrono Trigger's been so good. I love because Japanese people do not have sarcasm and stuff. They're very direct because it was made by Square before they were even Square Enix
Oh,
forever
damn.
ago.
Yeah.
So like
when was that game made? Like the fucking 90s?
It-
Like it's really old,
it
isn't it?
is old. I want to say 98. That's not right. No. It was on the SNES. So that's old. I'm gonna say I'm
Either way, it was
looking it up.
before we were born.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 86. Let's see. No, I'm stupid. It is 95. I just figured it would have been. When I think 95, I don't think.
I think of the year that the Atlanta Braves won the World Series. Dab on them.
Okay, so after it was the NES, the
Yeah.
SNES, and then it was the GameCube, wasn't it? No, it was the N64. I thought the N64 would have already been out
Yeah.
by 1995.
Yeah, the N64 and then the GameCube. Because the GameCube was kind of like concurrent with the PS2.
Okay, the N64 was that next year in 96.
Hmm.
Okay, so that makes sense then. That's just so. I thought the N64 was a little older.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
I figured
me
it
too.
might have been like maybe 2 years older than that.
I mean,
Really hard to gauge time before we were born, honestly.
yeah.
Like I don't know what went on then. I mean,
No,
it wasn't that many years before we were born, but still, I don't know what happened there. I don't think I was even in my dad's balls at that time.
But that's the thing is like we were born in a very specific time to where it's like when like around when we were coming up was around when the internet was becoming big, so things weren't as documented from before we were born. You know what I mean? Like I know the internet kind of existed before then, but
no,
it wasn't.
It got
It got bigger in the
big.
2010s.
It got big before we were born. It got fucking massive.
Yeah, it started to
right
become what it
after.
is now.
Yeah, now it's everywhere. It's not big now. It is everything.
It'll be cool when it's like, 3027 and like we have things documented on the internet from a century ago. You know what
Dude,
I mean?
I can't wait for some internet historian to come
Oh my God.
look
Yeah.
up, go back on the Wayback Machine because that'll still be running.
And look up internet content with the boys.
I mean,
the
they're
biggest
probably- I was-
podcast
I
of
was
the
gonna-
2030s.
I was gonna say more so go on Reddit and find Big Chungus fart porn r/Big Chungus fart porn. It's not. I mean, sometimes it is porn, but it's not meant for porn.
Most of the time, it's not.
We're gonna have to bleep saying that p word. YouTube doesn't like that one. Like it's more okay to say fuck than that.
Yeah.
They got some pretty dank memes sometimes.
Mhm.
I mean, not so much anymore. I haven't seen anything on the subreddit in like a year. But
If
it
you're
used to.
someone who enjoys Big Chungus memes, you have to be a particular type of.
Who doesn't enjoy Big Chungus memes?
Like if you're someone like my mom, or okay, I take this back. If you're somebody that listens to this podcast, you would enjoy Big Chungus memes. I mean, Jesus Christ, why did I not even? I mean,
Okay.
we should know our audience of 2 people.
Dude, I know.
We
I
should
mean,
know this.
don't we actually get like almost 20 views on an episode now?
I think we do. It's kind of whack.
Yeah, we're slowly getting there.
Which I mean, hey, hopefully this might get a little more.
Dude, yeah, we
Right.
get to be seen.
I mean, this would be your face reveal, would it not? I mean,
Yeah.
mine was in a video previously, and I
Unless-
think I've been on the TikTok
Unless I
too.
just casually do that Risk of Rain idea we talked about and just face cam it the whole time.
I mean,
I'm probably gonna do a video on that.
I mean,
That'll be a
how,
shorter, easy
how,
thing.
how many videos do you have like to be edited or in the can? It's like 1 or 2. Like this will be posted in like 2 to 4 weeks.
Yeah, I don't know.
It won't even be that long. Anyway, was it before or after? We watched Loki, and then we also watched
We watched
Invincible.
Invincible that night before. I mean, we had watched some of Invincible season 2
but
prior,
not,
but
not all of it is out though.
Yeah.
So we only watched 2.
we watched what episode 3 and 4, I think.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Dude. Spoilers. I'm going to be spoiling probably much more of this for you than for other people. You don't know much about the comics. Dude, it
Yeah.
is ramping up. It is ramping up.
Mm.
At the end of our last episode, there were, I forget what they're called, the Thraxians. They're like the bug people from Thraxis, maybe. I don't know all the names. I watched a couple YouTube videos when Invincible season 1 came out, and it was just very exciting. It was like, whoa, superhero stuff again. It was all new. I didn't know anything about it. It's not like I can hear Marvel stories, but I kind of know half of them.
Mhm.
I say half of them. There's millions of millions.
No, yeah,
but-
nowhere near half.
But
it's
not all of them are good.
the big ones, the good, the ones that people talk about,
Yeah, but
the ones that people make on YouTube and Reddit.
I was so excited when we saw that bug man because I knew that means we're getting not mean Omni-Man this season. He's going to be a good guy, which I'm not sure how the timeline is supposed to go because my intake of the information was like, oh, this is Robot's story. Oh, this is Invincible's story. Oh, this is whatever that dude who put all 10,000 of himself into his one brain. Forget his name. This is his story. This is Immortal's story. Immortal is cool. I like his stuff. I think Monster Girl has also a really cool story.
Which, man, I wish the last episode, like the next episode, was out because
Yes.
we got left on the cliffhanger of him seeing Omni-Man.
I saw.
And-
then that was it.
I want to watch the next
'Cause-
episode so
Because here, spoilers for you. Because I told you this already, so I think it's like my 4th time telling you this.
yeah,
Omni-Man had a son while he was there. His name is Marky
yeah.
because he's not
Marky
original.
Mark and the Funky Bunch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, his name is Marky. He's one of the He's half Viltrumite, half Thraxian. I mean, he's probably like 97% Viltrumite, 3% Thraxian
Because of their blood.
because
They
their
got-
blood is
they
like
got
super
thick
pure
ass
and
blood.
stuff.
Yeah.
So, like, Omni-Man has been on that planet for however many hundreds of generations for that 6 months that has spanned from season 1 to the start of season 2.
Yeah.
He's just been living there, and they have like they have to have a new ruler like every week because they die so fast.
Mm.
So he's just been the ruler of that planet for like hundreds of generations. And so like he's been a nice guy. He had his kid be Thraxian. His kid doesn't age as fast. He ages fast because he's part Thraxian, but he's not going to just die in a week or even a year. Like, I think he's supposed to be 15 in the comics at least.
Mm-hmm.
But he'll come to Earth at some point. He'll fight people with Invincible.
Dope.
I'm not sure.
Oh.
I'm not sure if Omni-Man will be going back to Earth. I'm not sure how Omni-Man's story ends.
Yeah.
He probably dies. He probably gets killed by Thrag. We don't know who Thrag is yet. I think we have seen Thrag, but not in his like cool armor and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like Big Boss Man Viltrumite. I'm probably getting his name wrong. It's probably not Thrag. I can picture him in my head.
is it's so close to Throg. I was trying to
Yeah.
make a joke, but I just couldn't make it work.
Nope, I think it is Thrag.
Yeah, but
Yeah, no, that's him. I think we have seen him, but just not, him being very kingly like this.
He looks just like Omni-Man, but thicker.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah, he'll
yeah,
probably have a bit of a different design.
probably.
Like I know that Amber and Will, his friend, Mark's friend,
The gay
it's
one.
Will, yeah.
I can't
Like
remember.
they're changed. I like them much better in season 2 than season 1. I didn't have a problem with Will. I didn't like Amber season 1.
Amber was a bitch.
She seems so nice this season.
Yeah.
Like she's
like
I like their dynamic. Like I don't think it's cringe or nothing that she's the more dominant one in their relationship. That'd be
Mhm.
cringe of me to think that.
Yeah.
It's cool to see it because like he's got super strength.
yeah.
But she's not just an ass about it.
Yeah.
It seemed like she was a little mean first season.
Yeah, like I won't be rooting for them to break up anymore.
Yes, yeah.
You
no,
know?
like I was hoping first season that it was like him and Adam Eve were gonna get together because like
Me
whoa,
too. Me too.
superpower people.
Me too. I like Adam Eve.
Adam Eve is so absurdly strong.
hmm
Her outfit is weird.
In the comics, does she like go just fucking berserker with her powers close to now?
I don't remember. I don't think I saw stuff much about her.
Hmm.
Because I didn't learn stuff about every character. I just
Like
some of them.
because of the Adam Eve special,
Mhm.
like I have to think that they would like showcase how strong she is at some point. You know, because I mean, like it really showed like
She created a playground out of air.
Yeah,
Last season, she created a forest, Jake.
yeah. I mean, like now she just goes around helping people and whatever, which is fine. But like at some point, she's gonna do something massive.
Oh yeah,
Like-
no, he could, dude. He could delete Viltrumites.
Yeah,
Dude, she could literally make them disappear. She could
she could make it to where they never existed.
like she could just, oh hey Thrag, boop, you turned into gold.
She could make the planet.
Yeah,
of
she could
Viltrum.
literally make the planet disappear.
Yeah.
Turn it into cotton candy.
Like,
like-
if she realizes how strong she is,
No,
like
no, I
there's
think she
no
I
threat.
think she knows how strong she
Okay,
is.
if
She
she-
just doesn't.
If she wants,
She doesn't
to
use it for murdering.
If she wanted to use the extent of her powers, then nothing in the show
Dude,
would
nothing,
be a threat at
nothing
all.
could
Yeah.
take her down. 'Cause I want to say because no, we saw her in like an energy form in the spinoff, didn't we?
Yeah.
Like she was just glowing pink, and literally like reset the timeline a little bit.
Yeah.
Because I still don't know what was up with that. Cecil fucking died. Okay, I don't think it might have been at the end of this. It was at the end of one of the 2 episodes that we watched, where it was in the alternate dimension where an evil Invincible was kept, and it had Cecil and whatever that other dude's name was, who got blown up in the house, but is still alive somehow because he's probably a clone. And I think that they have some Mauler twins trapped somewhere. That's my idea.
Yeah.
Because they don't know if they're a clone. What if they have? What if Cecil has the original Mauler? So all the Mauler twins that we've seen have been the clones and clones of each other, but he's got the original. So that's how he's able to get such a perfect clone of that guy.
Yeah, I mean,
I have no idea. I don't know. This is a complete guess.
that would make sense.
Mhm.
I mean,
Yeah, I don't know. But I liked how in that universe they were girls, and it was so funny to see. Like that was just I just wasn't expecting that.
yeah.
Because it was just a little bit that was going.
But yeah, you know, since we've been watching shows, we also been playing games. I've been playing Hades, a second playthrough. I'm playing on the PS4 version so I can get all the trophies. I currently have 69 hours in it, and I
Nice.
feel like I don't need to play another hour at all. But I
gotta get the
still
trophies.
I want to get the second platinum. Like, what's more important, 69 hours or a platinum?
I need to play Overwatch for a little less than an hour probably, and then I can have 420 hours and never play again.
Dope.
I'll have to play in like a Halloween event or something. That's the only. Maybe when the next anniversary happens. I like the stuff they do for that.
Yeah.
And then I'll just never play until they add the single player like they said they were going to add with all their skills and stuff, because I was excited for that. But Overwatch 2 sucks dick.
It do be. But I already kind of, you know, had it in my head that Hades might be my favorite game of all time. But dude, the second playthrough really reinforced that.
Dude, it's so good.
Like
So good.
the whole concept of like you're your gameplay is just so intrinsically linked to the pacing of the story. Because this time I beat it so much quicker.
Yeah, you beat it before your like 20th run, didn't you?
Yeah, like I have over a 50% win rate. Like I have several streaks of 6 wins in a row. Like I think I've done 50 runs and I have like 27 wins or something like that. Like it's something like, you know, crazy like that. And it's like I got spoilers. I got I got Persephone back to the underworld before I even called the Bone Hydra Lerny once.
Which I don't remember when that happened. I remember that being way later that we called him Lerny. Because I feel like
Yeah.
that was after I beat the game too. I feel like that was really later on when I was playing my first playthrough.
I remember it happening really soon. Like, it might have been like before I even beat Hades once the first time I played. The pacing is just really
It's a good
different.
game. It's a really good game.
Yeah. Because it's like, even after you beat the story, which is just getting Persephone back, like, there's still so many of the side plots that you need to do. And it's like, and even after that point, you still got to get the thing where you get the fuck a floating head.
I could have Dusa in real life. You don't know what I would do to her. I would give her hugs and love her. She's so sweet and precious. She's
She
so
do be.
nice. She's so cool. I would love to be Deuce's friend. I don't care that I won't get no Gorgon head.
I know they put like effects over it, but the voice actor for Dusa did such a good job, like
Dude, it's
making
so
it
good. All of the voice actors did such a good job. All of them
every single one.
dude, the narrator is dope as hell.
I know the one that like talks for Cerberus too,
Mhm.
like that narrator. Like it's so good, and the gameplay, like
Every weapon is fun to use.
yeah, every aspect of every weapon, like because it just makes it varying.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like, yeah, we have our favorites. Like, I like the bow that you can shoot your attack, and then every single arrow of your special goes into it. Magnet
Oh, the
fists.
magnet fists are so good. Oh my god, the magnet fists are so good.
In the shield, where after your bull rush, you just throw
Have I-
out
have
like
I told
7
everyone
shields.
my wonderful 10th run of Hades story and how mad it made me.
Oh, I don't think you've said it on the podcast.
Okay, so when you get to
I'm gonna go
Hades,
piss, but I'm listening.
okay, yeah, have fun. You should have just gone the other way. Okay. So after you beat Hades the 9 times, once you get to him your 10th time, that's the end of the main story technically. You still go back and beat him up. But I was using the magnet gloves. I got to Hades at the it was like 13 and a half minute mark. But it put me in a cutscene instead of me fighting him. And then when I got done with the run, I went and checked what my time was. It said 18 minutes because it counted the cutscene. Because I was just sitting there, letting him talk. They had a lot of dialogue. I would have had my fastest run ever by multiple minutes, and the game robbed it from me because I had to beat the game. Like, it had to have counted the entire way up to Persephone and the entire boat ride back. It was absurd. I killed Theseus and Asterius in less than 10 seconds.
Yeah, in which
I killed Meg like almost instantly. I was using the magnet fist and I had Poseidon boons. I want to say my because I was using the triangle. I only used it. I only hit triangle and dashed. I probably had some daedalus upgrades to make it better, like the one that slams and the one that makes your uppercut do twice.
yeah.
I had to have gotten I don't remember. I wish I was recording. But dude, I'll never have a run that good ever. I'll never have a run that good.
Which is crazy to me that you did it that fast. Like, I've had such OP runs.
His fast runs are my normal runs.
Like, my fastest run ever was probably
19 minutes.
18, 19, yeah.
It was like, yeah, because it was recently.
Yeah, but, which, like, I seem to be more consistent in beating the runs. He's just way fucking faster at it.
Yeah, no, I think on my PS4 playthrough, I have like 30 runs, and I've beat Hades maybe twice.
Yeah.
Just because I just am there to unlock things. I will go out of my way to not grab boons and grab keys in darkness instead because I'm still so far at the beginning and I want my
Mhm.
upgrades.
Like, I think I've not made it to Hades a single digit number of times. Like, every single run, I at least make it to Hades. Like,
if I am going to die in a run, I'll die at Theseus and Asterius.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
I think I've
still
only
pretty
died to
rare
them.
that I die at Lerny. Lerny is really easy.
I've died to Lerny once in this playthrough. I think I've died to Theseus and Asterius once or twice.
Remember that time you did not die from Meg? Or no, it was Electo. 'Cause I was just playing some games on my computer. The way the TVs are set up is they're kind of facing each other. So he was looking this way, I'm looking that way. So I couldn't see, but I could hear. And I just hear some things Electo says well after he started the fight, and then I don't hear Hades anymore.
There's some PlayStation noises.
Yeah, just some PlayStation
you hear
noises.
a couple button presses, and then you hear the Hades opening music again.
You didn't lose to Electo. You still have 100% win rate in Tartarus.
Yeah, I've never died in Tartarus. Yeah,
dude, have you seen like speedruns for Hades?
They're fucking insane.
It is whack.
Because they always do it on like the first run of the game, no upgrades.
Dude, I don't know, because there are some that are, with upgrades because there's different categories.
Yeah, are you looking up the world record?
I'm just going to speedrun.com and I'm going to look up Hades and see the different categories that they have.
Okay.
Okay, for a fresh file on normal mode, I thought it was God mode is the... What is hell mode? Have you...
I don't know.
Because
I know God mode
is one of the settings that makes it a little easier. It says that, on normal mode, the world record is 17 minutes and 41 seconds on a first run. At least that's on speedrun.com. For hell mode, it's 20 minutes and 25 seconds. 50 heat.
Yeah. That is fucking insane.
50 heat, 7 minutes 30 seconds in game time. The actual time was 16 minutes 10 seconds.
I can't even.
Dude, yeah, I have no idea how anyone would do it that fast. 50 heat too?
Yeah, like I can't even imagine like 0 heat and doing the entire thing in 7 minutes. Like that.
Okay.
Is there one with 0 heat and like max upgrades?
There's any heat that the record is 5 minutes and 4 seconds.
Dude, that is fucking
Someone in
insane.
Canada. That was the in-game time. The actual time's 14:22. That was 7 months ago.
Like
he was using the aspect of Beowulf. I wonder if because it has them for different versions. Like the 1.0 and 1.37.
Beowulf is a hidden aspect for the shield, right? The one where you pump your cast into your shield bash.
I don't know, man. It wasn't magnet gloves. I didn't use it.
Well, I'm trying to get all.
I like
or most
throwing
of the...
my shield. I throw my shield. I get all the bounces, and I make it have zooms, and I just stand away from the people and keep pressing triangle. I love pressing triangle in that game. I think I've pressed triangle just about as many times as I've pressed X.
Yeah. The thing I press triangle on most is definitely the bow. But with the shield, I do the thing where after you shield bash, you throw a whole bunch of shields. So like I just intrinsically shield bash a lot. And the Hades fight is so easy with the shield. You can block just so much damage. Like he can be doing his lasers and you can just be sitting there right in front of him. As long as you're blocking, you're fine.
You block more in any given round, like Matt, any given run. That's the word I should use. Than I have in my entirety of playing Hades.
Yeah.
Like I know I can hold that button. But why?
I mean, it's because I shield bash a lot, and I just like if there's an attack coming before
my shield's not in my hand. How am I gonna bash with it? It's over there.
Yeah. It's not gonna be fun trying to get the fated list for like winning a run with every one of the mirror upgrades equipped, because there's some of them. Like I don't know if I'm gonna do like just swap one of them out for everyone, or just like try to do a run with all of them different.
I wouldn't do all of them different. I would do some different. Like maybe not one, but you could do a few of them different.
Yeah. I want to have them all maxed out before I do it though, so it's not going to be for a while.
Stubborn defy. Stubborn defy. Stubborn defy.
That's
If-
probably
like,
why you're faster and I'm more
if you-
consistent, because I'm a death defy dude.
If
I like my
you
3.
Use stubborn defy. Would it still work with? I think it's the Athena duo with whoever. Where if it goes away, you get your health regen.
Yeah.
Because you could do that literally. That would be a phenomenal duo.
Yeah, that would be OP as hell. And I mean, like, I enjoy fabricating duos and runs. Like, I'll use the keepsakes to get ones from a certain god and try not to get enough variance in the gods to where it locks me out of getting any new ones, and then get the keepsake for the other one and just kind of, like, guarantee at least my eligibility for a duo. 'Cause
The most fun that I have in runs is where I get as few boons as possible and go for every palm of power I see. Like, so I just have one thing, and the only stuff that I get will make that one thing
Super OP.
stronger.
Yeah.
So, like, if I, like that, like my fists run,
Mm-hmm.
if I were to have hit square to attack them, it would have done, 40 damage. If I hit triangle, it did like 700. And that's just on the uppercut, not the second hit or the slam down. The slam is only 50, but it's like an AoE thing.
Yeah. Which I enjoy I enjoy kind of making my things to where I have to use multiple abilities. It's just
No,
just fun to me.
it's more fun to use. Like, Hades is such a good game. It's
Yeah. I like the duo boons where it's like, I think there's some of them with, I think, Aphrodite and Dionysus. It's like enemies that are affected by weak take more like damage from hangover.
That's pretty dope.
Yeah, so it's like if I'm using the bow, I'll have my my attack be Aphrodite and my special be Dionysus, because from your attack it loads all of your special arrows into that one person, so they're affected by weakness, and then they get all that bleed. Oh my god, it's so OP.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that. That
Yeah.
good, yeah.
Yeah, and my favorite one might be the Poseidon Zeus duo, because you can have the double strike, jolted, and rupture take place in all of your Poseidon attacks. Like I had a
I'll just
run
have
where
to be a little conscious about it, and I can fabricate my fist run again and get like sub 10 minutes maybe.
I did a run where I had Poseidon attack special, I had a Zeus cast, and then the Poseidon dash and call, and then I got a thing like after I got the duo, I was able to swap my cast to Poseidon. I had all Poseidon abilities, but they all did lightning damage too. It was so OP. Oh my god.
I love Zeus's cast. I love chain lightning in games. Like in Diablo, I picked the Berserker because, or not the Berserker. It's not a Berserker. It's the Druid. I think of him as a Berserker. He's just big man, and I hit people with a mace, and I have chain lightning on it. Because I like lightning things. It's so cool. I love lightning. It's just zap zap, and everyone's dead. Unless you're playing Skyrim. Lightning in Skyrim's kind of ass.
Yeah, lightning in most games is just so OP.
Dude, Star Wars. Dude, that chain lightning, when you're in the, what is it? I forget what the matches are called. The ones that they added where it's all the AI and the 4 people in one team. Not Supremacy.
But I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Yeah, the smaller game mode where it's just like
No. The one where you can have 4 people on your team, and you're just trying to like take do like what you would do in a regular match with the 20 people on each team. It's all AI. Like it's just random.
I know what you're
people,
talking
yeah.
about. I can't think of the name of it.
So
I haven't played
like the
Battlefront 2
one
in
where
so
we
long.
just can be Darth Maul 6 times in a row. I love that mode. That one's so fun just to play around. Well, it's not.
I think it's just called co-op.
Is it? I have no idea.
I don't remember. Like if we're gonna play Battlefront 2,
That's
is
the one we play.
game mode.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to play with other people unless we do like Blast or something.
Yeah, Blast is fun. Heroes vs Villains is fun.
I like Heroes vs Villains. I love the
Hero Showdown.
The Hero
2v2.
Showdown is really good because there's 2 of us and we have to think. Because if we win, we can't use those characters again.
Yeah.
I wish that game had like a larger community. I wish they continue to add stuff to it and didn't just stop. I would have liked more heroes.
They were actively developing Ahsoka and Ventress.
Which
Actively.
is so crazy.
Oh, that would have been so good. But I've said this so many times, and I've said this about so many games. I wish they had a roguelike mode. I just want everything to be a roguelike.
It
Okay.
is happening in a lot of games. There's a lot of games that are getting roguelike things like game modes added into them. Now I say getting
Borderlands.
added
Fucking
into it. Yeah,
Borderlands.
Borderlands has one. Oh, I say Wonderlands has it, but that means if I enjoyed the Chaos Chambers because
Mhm.
I enjoyed them to an extent. I wasn't going to sit there and grind to get to my max chaos level. That would have taken like 60 hours or some shit.
Yeah.
It's absurd. But I got to like Chaos 20. It was cool fighting the raid bosses in there. I had never fought the raid bosses in Borderlands 2 like until years and years and years after playing because it just
Yeah.
Wonderlands just was really easy.
Yeah.
It felt easier to make powerful builds.
All right. Top 3 roguelikes of all time. Hades 2, even though it hasn't come out yet. Risk of Rain 2.
He just wants to talk about Risk of Rain 2 next because
Segway, baby!
they had the Survivors of the Void finally came out.
on console.
We've
It
been
was
waiting
never
so
gonna
long.
happen,
It wasn't going
but
to
it
happen. It still
finally
hasn't
happened.
happened technically. It hasn't happened yet. Until I have played it for more hours, it hasn't happened.
How long was the difference between PC and
came out in
console
March.
releases? It was
It
over.
came out in March, Jake.
It was over a year, wasn't it?
No. It came out in
No.
March. Like March 14th or something that it came out.
Of this year?
I'm pretty
I thought it was
sure
like last year. I thought it was way longer. I thought it was like almost 2 years.
felt like forever.
It was like an absurd amount of time.
Bum. Oh, yeah. It was in March. It did have the 1 in the it's March 1st, 2022.
Yeah.
I can't believe we waited a year and 7 months or some shit. Like that's absurd.
And we both have the game on PC.
Yeah, no,
and
I
just
didn't
ever
want to
play
buy it on PC. I did so good not knowing what any of the items did until the game came out. Like I knew roughly what a few of them did. I knew what the missiles did. I knew what Ben's raincoat did. I knew what Wungus and the crit glasses did, and that was about it.
Yeah.
I knew about the new crit red item,
Yeah.
regenerative scrap, and mochas. I fucking love me some mochas.
These mochas
I
are so
love me some
good.
mochas.
Because it's like you don't have to get 2 items, just get the 1, baby, and then maybe some more attack speed later on.
Yeah, you just get mochas until you're fast enough, and then you just get attack speed.
Yeah.
So then you're building up attack speed along the way. It's so good.
For end game absurd speed, I would say 50 mochas is good, and then just however much attack speed you. That's enough attack speed, but if you want more,
I love playing as multi, using the dual wield thing, having it be rebar guns, getting my fire rate really up, and then making myself really fast, my walk speed really fast, like too fast to walk around normal and pick up items still, but not too fast when I'm rolling around with both my hands because it slows me down.
yeah.
But now there's a lunar item that it doubles your damage and halves your speed.
Yeah. So if you get too fast, you can get back
That's
down.
awesome.
Which the regenerating scrap plus
Oh my
the
God.
plus the laser pointer just completely makes
Yeah,
glass
because
obsolete.
you can. Well, I guess you only need the ocular HUD if you're playing as
Railgunner.
railgunner.
Mm-hmm.
So then because that gives you crit, doesn't it?
Mhm.
Because it doesn't. You can't do crit normally, but on anyone else, you just need your 100% crit, and then you just go. We play command. Command is fun. I don't
Command
like
and
doing. I
sacrifice.
mean, regular runs are fine. I would rather pick my items. I love min maxing our builds. Like it is so
Yeah.
fun.
Just getting to that like god state, it's impossible for you to die. Like
It's so
that's
fun.
what makes
it's
the
not
game
impossible
fun.
for you to die. It's just you're not going to be able to see it coming because you're either going to be perfectly fine or you're going to just disappear.
Or your game is gonna lag out, and
Yeah,
that is the true ending.
There's only a few ways. I guess they did add a new ending.
Yeah.
There's
So
new bosses. I still
you
haven't fought
can-
him yet.
Oh, we
I haven't
need
fought
to.
the crab.
I haven't done an engineer run with the.
Dude, I love the 3
with the new
turrets. Oh my
items.
god, the 3 turrets are so good.
The only thing about that is that you can't have a battery for your triangle.
Mm.
So it's a give and take.
Yeah.
but that with the droid red.
Yes.
Ooh.
Dude, I love the spare drone parts. I didn't
Mhm.
realize it gave you a drone as well.
And I'm
Colonel Droneman. I just didn't know what that was when I was reading the wiki yesterday. And then, you
and
just
like
get a drone.
the reason that the update took so long was because they were like completely rebuilding the game.
Yeah,
pretty
it
much.
looks different. It looks like it does with the PC. It looks so pretty. I
Yeah,
love the void effects now.
It's because they're making it more similar to PC, so we won't have to wait forever to get the
Mhm.
next update or whatever. Which I'll believe it when I see it.
Right after they released the DLC, they like that same day they announced another DLC. So if
Yeah.
those come out the same day on PC and console, that's going to be amazing.
Yeah. I mean, because that seemed like it was gonna add like a lot of characters.
Yeah, it was like there was like 4 different survivors that we saw that looked new.
And then there was a mobile game.
Okay, the
Dude.
mobile game had survivors that we've never seen, I'm pretty sure. So maybe
Yeah.
that is also like, hey, they're going to be in Risk of Rain one day. I really
And
want to
what-
play that mobile game.
I mean, there's still a lot of characters from Risk of Rain 1
Mhm.
that aren't in the second one, and they made Risk of Rain Returns, so they
I've
might
heard
bring
that's
back
really good.
like Chef. I bet you the next survivor is going to be Chef because that's what people thought they were going to add when they added Railgunner and Void Fiend. Do you have Void Fiend yet?
Yeah. I mean, we got to wave 50 in Simulacrum.
Okay, that's what it
But
was.
we got to wave 100, Jake.
I know. I got Void Fiend from beating the Void boss. But no, Siri, shut the fuck up. Nice.
Yeah.
The thing about Void Fiend that makes him kind of weird though is that like you have your 2 modes, your regular mode and your void mode or whatever. Like you be angry and wed.
Yeah.
But
I love being angry.
so your R1 when you're angry, it just damages you and keeps your corruption up,
Mhm.
so you stay angry.
There's
And you're like
more damage in that mode.
You do more damage, it's less ranged, and it's more AoE. The L2 is a lot stronger, it seems. But in your regular mode, you can use your corruption and press R1, and you get a lot of health. I think it might be 25% of your health back. It's a good bit of your health every time you use it.
You could, right before a Mithrix fight, just sit there and press R1 like 150 times if you got Nakatas, and then as soon as he spawns in, pop.
Well, that's the thing. Your corruption meter goes up when you crit, and it goes down when you heal. So, like, you have to kind of
That's what I'm saying.
manage.
It's like if you did it before the Mithrix fight, if you have Nakatas, because what it does, the Nakatas, if it doesn't shoot it out, it just stocks up damage for the next shot.
Yeah.
You just keep healing. Keep healing. You can stand in a bungus and keep using that healing item while your foreign fruits are going off.
Yeah. That would be, oh my god.
Wonder how OP solo Nakatas run could be.
Pretty fucking OP. And I love Ninkatas.
It just doesn't have a very long range, and they don't fly very fast.
Mm. Like, if you have insta-killy stuff, like knives and whatever, Ninkatas is, like, useless.
Yeah.
Like, you gotta be right up next to an enemy. But just standing in Engineer's Bungus and having Ninkatas fly everywhere.
It's really fun.
Double Ninkatas.
Especially if you have 3 turrets. You know how many Nakatas flying out of you? You got 4 healing, 4 Nakatas activating? Dude, that's a lot.
Oh, you just came online.
That's peculiar.
But yeah, no, the Survivors of the Void update, we need to do a run. Next run we do, I'm gonna be engineer, so I can be engineer with the Void items. And we are going to kill the Void boss, so you can do that.
Okay.
He is
going to be easy. We're going to be disgustingly OP when we see him, and he doesn't steal our items, yeah?
No, he doesn't.
I will just make sure to have as much health as humanly possible, which is infinite, so I'm not going to succeed, but I'll get high up.
That's the thing, is I fought him twice. I lost one of them. He does seem to be the hardest boss in the game, ? He just does a lot of damage. If you have range, you can stay really far away from him, but still. He does seem to be pretty strong, but if you're really OP, it doesn't even matter. You will murder him, especially if you have 20 of the laser scopes, like I did in that last run I did with Railgunner. Ooh boy, what was that?
My vape I was like, what the heck made that thud?
Yeah.
I know this is not on our outline, but I was, seeing to see if my mom was online because that's the only reason I could think of my account was logged into. I'm no, it still says I'm online. Who, where?
How long have we been recording?
Mine's got an hour and 2 minutes.
Okay.
But yeah, my mom, me and Joseph, we bought our parents a PS5. We made originally it was just going to be me that did it, and I was going to wait until Christmas. But then Spider-Man 2, and Joseph said he would pay half of it, so we got them the Spider-Man PS5 and a pink controller, so they could have two, so my mom could have one.
Yeah.
My dad has had to leave, family stuff. Not like they're getting divorced or nothing. Not like that. It's just, but my mom's been playing. She 100%ed Hogwarts Legacy. She got the platinum trophy. I knew that she was going to be able to do all of them. I did not think she was going to be able to do the 100-hit combo.
Yeah.
Because she only played on the easiest because she doesn't play games.
That makes sense.
And
so the combat is already really easy.
And I was thinking, where is she going to find enough enemies to hit while still being able to dodge stuff? Like, yeah, you can go into the battle arenas, but unless it's like one of the ones with all the trolls and you're just continuing to R2, you do so much damage.
Yeah.
And they don't have a lot of health. Like, it slows down time when you're going to be hit. So like that was very helpful to it.
I mean, she might have like looked at that trophy and got it on purpose. Would she like?
No, she would. Yeah, no, it was after she had almost done everything else. Like that was one of the last ones she did. She's been playing Unravel. She has one trophy left, and that's to get through all the levels without dying.
Yeah, and she has been struggling.
Dude, she's not good at platformers. I thought I was bad at platformers. She's played more platformers than I have because but it's been years. Like it was before I was born.
Yeah. I mean, I think she's probably played more because it doesn't particularly require like super fast reflexes, and it's just more chill.
And I got Unravel 2 for both of my parents to play. This one was on sale, so it was like $5, which was cool. It's not instead of 20.
Yeah.
But so she'll have experience with it when her and my dad play sometime in the future because they played It Takes Two.
Yeah.
They really enjoyed it. It Takes Two was a great game. It was such a good game.
I mean, there's a reason it won Game of the Year.
Yeah, it was so good. I can't believe it was fucking made by EA.
Yeah, which is the wackest part.
Dude, it was so good. I'm so glad there were no microtransactions. Imagine, oh, you can only play this mini game once. You got your one mini game trial for this baseball mini game. Dude, my parents played that baseball mini game for literally like 2 hours one time.
That's amazing.
My mom would just sit there and play it, trying to get high scores.
I mean, yeah. So some of the mini games are
they
fun.
are. They're some of them are so good.
Yeah. Well, speaking of being bad at platformers, me trying to climb that tower of the things that were moving.
Dude, yeah, that one's tough though. It took my mom forever to do that. Like she got to the like she just had to jump up the one level, and she missed. So I got up to that level and stood there, and then she missed again.
Oh,
and then just because they had it on, since my dad wasn't playing because my mom was just trying to get to the top of the tower, I would just run up the tower, shoot the stuff off for a minute, jump down, and just keep going, just for fun. I would still fall off so many times, but I would just go so quickly. I'd fall off 15 out of 16 times. Sorry, weird numbers. I was gonna say 15 out of 14, but
yeah.
I had a little bit of success.
There's no easy segue here.
No.
YouTube fucked our ad blockers. Or at least mine. You said it hasn't worked on yours yet.
Yeah, I do expect it to go horribly wrong. I'm not going to explain why I think it works still, because, man, what if somebody from YouTube just happens to watch this episode and they're like, no, they're not, but...
Unless we have another video of a flaming child, then somebody will probably watch it.
Yeah, I can't believe the literal first thing that was posted that was not an actual like podcast episode got taken down.
I just took a random thing from Reddit because I thought it would be funny.
I didn't even notice. Like after it got flagged, like I watched through it a few times, and I was like, "What is even
me
wrong with
too.
this?"
And I
didn't
sent,
even register me
Yeah.
that they wouldn't like flaming children. I didn't
And
even recognize it as a child. It was just someone on fire.
yeah, and I sent like an appeal to YouTube too, and I was like, what even, what? And then they just didn't explain it to me at all. But then
No,
I
YouTube hates their
yeah.
creators.
and then just kind of pieced it together later.
Unless you're Sniper Wolf. But that stuff's, I think that stuff's pretty blown over now. It'll be really blown over then, unless something else pops back up.
The Sniper Wolf stuff, like
it's very entertaining.
She shouldn't.
No, she shouldn't.
She shouldn't be able to make videos
no,
anymore. Like she should be
She's
banned.
still on the front page of YouTube.
Fucking
Like,
insane.
if we were to go up to the house and turn on YouTube, I guess the kids watch a lot of Minecraft. It would be Minecraft videos, but you would see Sniper Wolf not too long after looking in the recommended.
Like she doxed Broski. She showed the dude's address.
She went to Jack's Film's house.
Yeah.
That is so insane. That is so crazy.
Like
It's illegal.
Has he had people come over there, or did he have to move?
I don't know. I don't know.
Like I would move after that shit.
I watched the Some Ordinary Podcast, the episode that had him on it. I watched a few of their stuff recently. It's quite entertaining.
Yeah.
Because I had watched the 3 creators that are on there separately. From what I've seen, they all make very, very, very different content, but they work really well together on a podcast. Because, yeah. I don't know what else I was going to say about that.
We haven't even talked about the ad blocker at all. So it didn't do any, like I had heard that they were gonna like remove ad blockers or whatever, but I didn't have any problems until, was it last week or earlier this week? I got a thing on my computer and it was like, please disable your ad blocker on YouTube, blah, 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 blah. But it was like just a little window that popped up and I could just hit X after however many seconds. But like it would be at the very beginning of every video, and you could only do 3 videos like that before it just wouldn't let you play a video at all. And like, yeah. So I
wait for the EU to save the day and give us our ad blockers.
Just
back.
like they saved the day, and there's gonna be USB-C cords on Apple devices. It's gonna be so good.
It is. I'm not gonna get a new phone for a while. The only reason I still use an iPhone is because that's what I had first. I don't want to learn how to use a new phone. I just have to take the L and spend more money on a piece of garbage.
I had a Samsung, and oh my god, was it slow as
you had
fuck.
You had an old one though. It was old when you got it, because wasn't it like one of your grandparents first? No,
I mean it.
It wasn't like a good phone though.
Okay, it was in middle school, like 7th grade. I think it was a Galaxy S4. Look up when the Galaxy S4 came out.
Are we on like?
Yeah, but it was in middle school. That was.
We're on the 22, I think. Yeah, Samsung Galaxy S22 is what pops up before when I.
Yeah, but they come out with them like every 7 days. Like, okay. What year was I in like 7th grade?
It was 2013. Late April 2013 was when that phone came out.
Yeah. So it was new.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
That phone, like, I always thought that was just an old phone because it was crappy.
I mean, it was crappy. It was maybe not the newest. I think the 5 or the 6 might have been out by then, but it was the Galaxy S4.
I had an iPhone 6 at that time.
But it was just so goddamn slow. Like everything you did, it just like lagged behind, and like the UI was such a pain to navigate too.
Remember when I had like 150 apps open on my phone, and its battery went from like 50 to 10 in like a few minutes?
Yeah.
And then I couldn't even close them all before it died. I've heard that it takes more energy to close the app than to let it just be asleep in the background. Obviously, if you've got 100 things, that's going to be taken up more than just closing them all and letting your phone sleep like normal.
Yeah.
But it's just because of the way that their software is optimized. Because every Apple device runs off of the same operating system.
Yeah. Which is why they're so good.
That's
at
why
like
they're
being
so compatible with
interconnected.
each other. Yeah.
Like if money was no object, I would definitely have like a MacBook Air that I just take around with me everywhere, and then also a regular computer. You know what I mean?
Yeah, if I would only get a Mac just for editing stuff. Like I would not use that as a regular computer. It would solely be for that. But
I
if
mean-
money was no object, it'd be a pretty good editing beast.
Yeah. No, I mean, like, I would want an Apple laptop just for like whatever, just for like messing around on, rather than like actually, doing
And I
stuff
would-
with
I would
like
do-
editing and
I
recording.
would do school on that thing.
Mm.
And then this would just be for games.
No, I mean like I would have a MacBook Air for like, if I want to do something while I'm like chilling in the living room or whatever,
Mhm.
or like keep my, other laptop that's,
The stationary one.
yeah.
I hate having to move this thing.
Mhm.
Ugh.
At least it's not a big beefy PC that you have to move.
Oh,
Landon, you know what time it is?
time for me to unbox this controller, bitch.
Actually, no.
11:53.
Huh?
11:53. But it's also 12:53 and any of the other hours.
Actually, no. I got it's time for our piss statistics of the day.
Piss statistics. We've each pissed once today.
No, it's not the quote of the day. It's not the trolley problem of the day. It's the piss statistics of the day. Have you ever heard the expression, I gotta piss like a Russian racehorse?
No. This is
What?
probably also, look, it's all in Japanese.
Awesome. You've never heard that saying?
No.
Are you serious? I've heard that hundreds of times in my life. I gotta piss like a Russian racehorse? You've never heard that?
No.
Well, it's because
I was raised by a very Christian family. We did not use the word piss. So that could be why.
you've never heard it in like your adult life.
Nope. Who says that?
Everybody,
Who's
I've heard that
everybody?
so many
Like at work?
times. Yes, at work, at
At work?
school,
When at school?
like would say it. Like and anybody
The
that
person who I never was around because he sucked cock? I mean,
Anybody-
no, he wasn't gay. He just sucked. He was an awful person. It was so funny when my dad was doing chapel that one time and he called him out.
I feel like we should probably edit that out because that's, or at least edit out the name. Because I don't want to be flaming anybody on wax. you
Yeah,
know?
no.
I
We
don't-
will have to bleep out his name. He sucks. He ruined stuff at the school. He was the reason I just basically stopped going to school
Yeah,
halfway
yeah.
through my senior year.
But anybody that is, any percent country, would say that phrase, Like you've never had like a grandparent or anything that would say that, or like an uncle or some.
All of my family is from the north, Jake.
That makes a lot of sense now. Hey, let me see that.
This is so good. Because I don't have a black controller.
Yeah. Ooh, look on the back. It says Final Fantasy.
Oh, that's
That's
I love
glorious.
that. I like the font that they use. It's been the
Mhm.
same since the first game. But
Right.
it's,
I picked out that one because I know you love Final Fantasy. I know that's not your favorite Final Fantasy game.
it was good.
But I know you love the series.
I disliked it at the time of playing because I played it twice in a row. It was
Yeah.
like I
like
played it.
Spider-Man 2. We've talked about that already on the pod, right?
I'm pretty sure.
Dude. But yeah, I picked out that one because it's like it looks so good
Yeah,
because
I
it's
like
like
the gold,
it's-
the blue stuff too. Dude,
it's-
this looks.
it's subtle.
Mhm.
It's because it's not like way over the top. Like some of them, they have like designs on the whole thing.
Mhm.
It's like it's just a black controller with a lot of extra. Ooh man, yeah, that looks
That
really
looks so good.
Yeah.
Can't wait to use it, and then I get the stick thing where it flicks back.
Hopefully that won't happen for a long time. I mean, you have that one and the purple one.
The purple one does that. I've had the purple one the shortest
Already?
amount. Yeah, I've put so many hours on that thing already because that's like
Damn.
all I use.
Yeah.
Because the triggers don't. They're because one of my white controllers has actual drift on the left stick, I think, and the other controllers I've
insane.
had to replace the springs in them because they broke like twice. But the purple one has fine springs. It's like my R2 and L2 are very loose. Like if I just barely tap them, they'll go down. Like I was playing through Uncharted some time ago, and I would just be walking, pow, pow, pow. just accidentally shoot my gun a few times.
But yeah, you know what time it is?
It's time for our thing of the day.
Yeah, it's still time for piss statistics of the day.
Can you explain this
And-
to me? I
alright.
do not understand.
The expression, I gotta piss like a Russian racehorse, next time somebody says that, just lay these facts on them. Even though somehow you've never heard that, if you ever hear that, just lay these facts on them. A horse pisses 1.5 to 2 gallons a day. So we'll say 1.75 on average. That is 638.75 gallons of piss per year. For reference, the amount of gas consumed per registered vehicle in the United States is 489.
Are you saying that we need piss-powered cars? That's probably
That
possible.
might be what
No,
I'm
that is-
saying.
that is-
That might be what I'm saying.
That's definitely possible. It's just that's never going to take off because they can't make as
Mhm.
much money off of it.
Yeah, so a horse is 638. A human, on the other hand, pisses 0.375 gallons per day. That comes to a measly 136.875 gallons per
Collectively,
year.
all of our piss. We
I
power all the vehicles. Yeah.
We could easily. I've come up with some baseball-inspired horse piss statistics to further my point. The piss differential
Okay.
between horses and humans is 501.875 gallons per year. The VFRP, or the vehicular fuel requirement percentage, is a horse has 130%. A human has 28%.
Aren't there way more cars than horses?
We went from dads to horses.
What's the worst part of that?
How many?
Raccoon eggs is awesome.
This is like, are there more wheels or doors in the world? Are there more cars or horses?
Are you dumb?
Are there more cars or horses?
There's 100% more cars. Dude, there's there's probably a billion cars. You got to think. Okay, we got to figure this out. I would say there's more cars.
Okay, you look up the cars. I'm gonna look up horses.
It's not owned cars; it's cars made.
All right, I have my number. It gave it to me really quick.
Yeah, I'm just gonna do this first thing. There's two, but they're really close to each other. Would you like to say yours first?
There are 60 million horses in the world.
I'll give you the smaller of the two numbers. 1.45 billion.
It's fucking insane.
There's 8 billion people on the planet.
Now, what if what if cars lived as long as horses did? That'd be a different story. Or what if horses lived as long as cars did?
I would say some cars live significantly longer than a horse does.
That's what I'm saying. Like if cars just died after a certain amount of time, they'd be pretty similar.
I mean, yeah,
Yeah.
but
Anyway, the GPMT, the gallons pissed per mile traveled, a horse has 0.05, a human has 0.015. And the final one, the GPPS, the gallons pissed per second, for a horse it is 0.00002. For a human it is 0.000043.
I'm never going to use this information. No one's ever going to say that phrase around me, Jake. I've been alive for 22 years. and this is
If
the
you hear
first
it,
day
if
I've
you
heard
hear it, drop the shit on them, blow their mind. Mic drop. Like just fucking do it. They'll be so confused.
I'm not going to remember any of this.
When you hear this phrase, drop this info on them. They'll be so confused. Tell them the VFRP, the GPMT, and the GPPS, and the piss differential between horses and humans, and whoever said that they have to piss like a Russian racehorse, they're just gonna have to hold it while you drop this bomb on them.
I don't think you need to bob people.
Anyway, that's all we've got for today.
We're done.
We're on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and Google Podcasts, which is all linked in the description, no matter what platform you're on. Along with all of our socials, shout out to the TikTok.
Woo.
Yeah, if you made it to this point in the pod, subscribe if you liked it. We'd really appreciate it. And we hope to see you again on the next one.
You could dislike it if you didn't like the episode. That's okay.
Yeah. We can't see it on YouTube anymore anyway.
No, we can. We're the creator. We can see our own channel.